There was an issue with the headstone, he keeps telling me.
It's an urn, and it's shaped as a duck, like a duck decoy.
There's a plot or something to do with a plot, he keeps telling me.
Yeah, he did say before he passed, but he didn't tell us where it was.
Honey, I'm not that good. I can only tell you what he tells me. So first of all, I didn't mean to freak you out like that, but your father was there right in front of you, and he kept saying to me, that's my daughter, that's my daughter. And when I was connecting with him, he kept showing me there was like these mini strokes that he had here in the physical world. And he keeps saying to me, it affected my head. Thank you for standing up, by the way. Yeah. He tells me when I'm connecting with him this, he says to me, Matt, can you please let her know that first of all, I'm sorry for everything that she had to see. And more importantly, your dad says to me that he wants to apologize for what happened before he died because he completely changed as a person here in this world. He says, Matt, me and my daughter used to be so close here in this world. He says, we loved each other so much. He says, and I'm so sorry about what she saw when I died because you saw a totally different version of your dad. And you're like, oh my God, when did my dad get so mean? When did he get like this?
Yeah.
Your father says to me, Matt, please tell my daughter that what she saw before I died was not me. What she saw was that illness. Yeah. And he says to me that it started, because he keeps telling me it was like 5 years.
It
and
was 5 years.
He tells me, he goes like, this is how your father said to me. He goes, 5 years, buddy. He says, 5 years I was dealing with this. Yeah. So know that what was so hard is that your dad shows me that you did everything that you possibly could to make him comfortable. You did everything that you could to try to get him to the right doctors and to the right people. He says to me, and Matt, she dropped her life for me. But I became so demanding here in this world. He says, and I want to tell my daughter that I am so sorry for some of the things that I had said, for some of the ways that I had acted, and for all the things that you had to witness here in this world.
Yeah.
He says to me this, what was really tough is that you went out of your way to help your dad, and the more that you got close to him, the more that you tried to help him, the more that you got hurt. Yeah. And your dad wants to say that he's sorry for causing all that pain within you. He says, on the other side now, I want her to know that I'm back to being the father that I was from back when she was a little girl. And I actually just saw him lean over and kiss you when I'm connecting with him, letting you know that he's okay and that he is fine. And by the way, when I'm connecting with them, it's so funny because when I'm speaking to your father, I'll actually, just like your mother's Avon over here that I was smelling, all I keep smelling is Old Spice when I'm connected with your dad on the other side.
Yeah, he did wear Old Spice.
He shows me. He says to me this, he goes, Matt, he goes, if I ever was alive and saw the way that I was here in this world, he says, I wouldn't have been able to believe it, he tells me.
Yeah, he was really, really sweet until the last 5 years, and then he got really sick and mean from the strokes, I think.
He tells me. He says to me, though, that at the end, like, this wreaked havoc in all different parts of his body. Because he's also telling me that he had issues with his bladder here in this world when I'm connecting with him. And he kept saying to me he didn't want the piss bag. He got pissed over the piss bag.
Yeah, he did get pissed over
I see him, and I don't know if your dad, like, didn't understand what it was, but I see him walking like this, and I see this piss bag, like, flopping behind him.
It used to get stuck in the wheelchair, too. Yeah, he didn't like it.
Your father just shows me, oh God. Your father says to me, Matt, he goes, I would have been so embarrassed. I would have been so embarrassed if I would have been in my right mind. Because he tells me you had to like care for him and like help him with the bag. And I just saw your father's penis when I'm connecting. I'm like, it's very hard being a medium.
That makes sense.
Because I see your father, and at the end, he tells me that he didn't want to wear pants. He keeps telling me like because I see him like walking around like these tighty whities when I'm connected with him.
Oh my God.
And I see the piss bag hanging out, and I swear I just saw balls when I'm speaking to him.
When I was little, I used to come home and he would drop his pants, and he was always in his tighty whities. He never had pants on. I mean,
well, honey, not much changes in the afterlife.
That's the one thing I would remember about that.
Why do I have to see this shit? Why can't I get the normal souls that come through, like someone's grandmother that passed peacefully, that didn't have, their boobies hanging out, whatever the hell it is.
That makes sense.
Know that one of the things, as long as it makes sense to you, that's all that matters. Know that one of the things that your dad tells me is this. He says, Matt, he says, please tell my daughter that I'm the same person as I was when she was a little girl. Yeah. And that his best memories of you were when you were just so young, because he shows me you going out with him, and you were like a tomboy back in the day, because I see your dad, like you and your dad being outside and being by the water and doing all of these things.
Yeah, we used to go fishing a lot.
He shows me. He says to me, that was my best time. He's also shown me he's got a lab that's there that's on the other side as well when I'm connecting.
Yeah, I had a dog that was her name was Reba.
Like Reba McEntire?
Yes.
Know that dog would be there because he shows me the dog used to like to swim, and I keep seeing this dog like in the water with all of you as well when I'm connecting. Please know that dog is also there with your dad on the other side.
Oh, good.
And it's his way of letting you know in spirit that he is fine, he is with you. And know that on the other side, even though he didn't get to validate or tell you how much he loved you, how much he cared about you, any of these things, it's his way of letting you know in spirit that he is fine, he is okay, and his soul is there. And hold on, there's one other thing he's telling me that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean, yeah? You don't know what I'm going to tell you, yeah.
I know, yeah.
Wait a minute. When I'm connecting with him, he's saying to me, there was an issue with the headstone, he keeps telling me.
He's in a duck.
And a what?
A duck. He's
What-
like, it's
What is a duct?
It's an urn, and it's shaped as a duck, like a duck decoy. And I don't know what to do with them because he didn't tell me what to do with them. It's really cute. Yeah. He's a duck.
I look at him all red, I don't know what to say. All I know is that he says to me when I'm connecting with him that he's supposed to be laid to rest here in the physical world. There's a plot or something to do with a plot, he keeps telling me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he did say before he passed, but he didn't tell us where it was. So.
Honey, I'm not that good. I can only tell you what he tells me.
Okay, I have an idea, so I'll go. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay.
Well, best of luck.
Makes sense.
And know that your dad's acknowledging that when you do lay him to rest,
Okay.
he wants to let you know that it's okay. And more importantly, he says to me, Matt, he goes, let her know. He says that I'm still at peace on the other side, even though you didn't know what to do with this body here in this world.